Scorpio, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late October 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for Scorpio gang. In Scorpio season, might I add. Let's get it going, my guides. Talk to me. What do we have here in late October 2024 for Scorpio? And as you can see, my friends, I am in the season spirit. Get to have your cards read by Kyle Ross, aka Bob Ross. I have a woodland creature right in my pocket. Authentic paintbrush. We're really going for it, right? And yeah, as some of you might know, Bob Ross is a Scorpio. He's part of Scorpio gang too, so we got to represent, right? But yeah, let's see what energies, messages, and insights we could look at with this first card. We're just going to take a quick look, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Scorpio gang. And while we get this card out, I just want to once again wish every single one of you a very happy birthday from me to you. Hope your Scorpio season's going phenomenal, my friends. There we go. Thank you. All right, so I've been seeing the Little Mermaid here, Ariel, show up with a lot of different readings. As you can see, there's beautiful shades of greens and phthalo blues, beautiful fluffy clouds. Love the nature, right? There's just something about it that's really making me happy today. But I like this card because there's a big future focus to it. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the October subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk more about this card, the Little Mermaid. So as you can see, I'm sure a lot of you have seen the Little Mermaid a couple dozen times. We have Ariel. She's surrounded by all this beautiful different nature happening. And I feel like this can be a very content card, but to me, it's someone that's looking into the future. Like, where am I going to go? Where do I want to be? I'm looking towards the horizon. So for a lot of Scorpios in this time, looking ahead is the best route. Don't look too far behind. Yeah, live in the present too, of course, but future, that's where we want to be. Even if you're content, even if you're happy, like, it's striving for more. And that's what I like about this card a lot. One thing I will say with the Little Mermaid here, notice her head is literally in the clouds. So it could be daydreaming, a little fantasizing, stuff like that going on. But we're water signs. We do that as default, right? Very imaginative. So maybe you just need to get into some creative pursuits. Maybe you could do a nice little painting. But we're just going to put her down right there. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote. So let's get you 3 cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up one time for Scorpio gang, please. What do we got? And yeah, well, we get this shuffled up and ready to go. Let's talk about last week's reading. There was some tower energy showing up. The reading was titled A Shocking Change. That was a big vibe. Now, I always say Scorpio's good with vibing with towers and change in general, all that transformation and metamorphosis. But just know the time you're in right now, or things you might be going through, they're meant to mold you. They're meant to change you for a reason. So we're going to see what shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone that you're linked to. Let's get it going. 3 cards here for Scorpio. Yeah, the deck is jumping out of my hands. It wants to talk. It's like, stop yapping, Kyle. Let's get it going. What do we have here for Scorpio gang? 3 cards, nice and quick. There it is. 7 of Cups. Oh, so yeah, just like that daydreamy action, head in the clouds, they're all very similar, right? We have the 7 of Cups. Now that's good for options, paths. This, I feel like this could be good. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but let's get a couple more out and see what happens, right? Who else do we have for Scorpio here? Please. Okay, so we have the High Priestess, a little mysterious in her energy. She showed up in the Pisces reading as well. That could be a power card for us, so we'll want to look into that further. Let's get one more here for Scorpio gang, please. Thank you. And we have the Hermit. It's a little withdrawn. Now, one thing I will say about these back end cards, there's a lot of spirituality with these two. So let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, and we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. But at first glance, I'm looking down here. I like the elemental mixture because we're starting off with 2 water cards here, and we have earth. Now, you know, I always like to look at the elements and how they play off of each other. Earth and water to me represents potential. It represents abundance. So I'm liking what we're picking up here because it's not super volatile, and these are energies that we could be very comfortable in. So let's go through piece by piece. Yeah, we do have themes, the double water, the double major arcana, the double spiritual. They're all etheric in their own way. So like there's a lot going on the energetic side. But let's go through piece by piece and really build this out. So position number 1, the 7 of Cups. I like to call this the menu board of life. So we see this individual, they're chilling there. There's 7 cups in front of him, and he's like, which one am I going to take? Which direction am I going to go? Which one is mine? This is beautiful. I feel like this card does connect into manifesting and creating. So just know in this time, I think Scorpios are good manifestors. It might be extra potent in this time. Your visualization could be important, living in the end goal. But aside from that, I mean, of course, this card just represents the different paths and options that we have. So whatever situation you're dealing with, it's like, all right, there's more possible outcomes than you think. There's more opportunity than you think. This is really lovely. Now, this person literally has their head in the clouds as well. So the imagination, the daydreaming, the fantasizing, these are all energies. We saw it with the Little Mermaid. We're seeing it with this person too. So just know that you might be up in the head a little more so than normal when these energies are in the mix. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. Now, a challenge of this, it could be someone in their head a little too much. Okay, so you might need to get into the physical realm or take some physical action. We'll see what the clarifier is, because so far I'm feeling like it's okay. Now, moving over to the next card, we have the High Priestess and the Hermit. I mean, they both have a lot of similarities. They're both shrouded. There's a little sense of mystery to both of them. But the High Priestess is Pisces energy. I link it to all water signs. So since this is a water sign reading, we see her. If you're connected to another water sign, it could represent her. But she is the matron of psychics, intuitives, and tarot readers. So your energetic sensitivity could be heightened, especially with these other ones here, Scorpio. So whether your intuition is driving you somewhere, whether your intuition is trying to tell you something, you could feel something in the air when this energy is in the mix. There's great energy towards spiritual practices, whether it's learning about these things or revamping them. I really love the High Priestess. She's so intuitive, but there's a challenge with this card. There's a certain sense of secrecy. There's a shrouded energy. She is one of my big cards of mystery, so the unexpected, the surprising, the unknown. There's a big mysterious vibe whenever she shows up. So we'll want to look into that, like purposely, not talking about something. And the same could be said with this Hermit, okay? And we'll talk about him. I feel like there's potent energetic energy around Scorpio in this time. And hey, it is Scorpio season, am I right? It's a very spiritual time of year. Okay? On the back end, we do have the Hermit, Virgo energy. So whether you have Virgo placements or you're connected to one, when I see this Hermit, it's retracted, pulled back type of energy. So there could be something you're taking a step back when. There could be someone or a situation that you're pulling back from when this Hermit is here. Maybe you're just in Hermit mode. Maybe you're just doing your own thing. Maybe you're having your alone time. And listen, as part of the Scorpio collective myself, I know sometimes we just need a little bit of isolation. We're one of the signs that a little alone time is necessary, right? For most Scorpios. I'm not going to say all, but for most Scorpios, we need that time to regenerate a little bit. So you might be in hermit mode. Now, aside from that, if we're talking about connections and relationships, yes, this is a mysterious type of energy too. It does take place at night. It's solitary, if that makes sense. So, I mean, maybe there's someone you haven't heard from, haven't spoke with. That's very possible as well. But I feel like there's a lot of mystery showing up in this week's reading, you know, especially with this strong, powerful back end. But they all have spiritual undertones. So interesting stuff, as usual. I want to dive deeper, Scorpio. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay. Let's get a good shuffle here and see what's happening. My Scorpio friends, what is going on? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that 7 of Cups. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Scorpio, you can drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, Seven of Cups time. What's going on? Why is that Seven of Cups here? What's this menu board of life doing? Thank you. Okay, being very cautious about something. So I'm not saying this is definitely you. It could be someone you're connected to, and there's like an overabundance of caution, and I don't think it's a bad thing. Now, I will say this, for some Scorpios, if you're in a situation right now where you feel like something's a little up in the air, or there's just like some mystery to it, and you're like, oh, I mean, this, I don't know all the terms to this, or just something is up in the air, I would be very cautious about it. I feel like in life, there's certain times where we want to make moves, where we want to take action, and then there's some times where not doing anything is an action in and of itself. So when I see this Seven of Cups and the Six of Wands in reverse, it's like, no, I don't want to pick the wrong path. I don't want to do the wrong thing. So don't. That's what I'm picking up here in the front. Like, maybe you just shouldn't. Maybe there's something you should just let it be. It is what it is. I don't know why that message is coming through. Now, the Six of Wands is usually in the upright a card of victory, triumph, recognition. When it shows up in reverse, it could represent a loss. It could represent a very egotistical individual as well. So maybe you're dealing with a person that's very egotistical. But if that's not the case, I just feel an overabundance of caution, and that's a good thing for the time being. Like I said, in life, there's a time for action and there's a time to not. And there could be a certain situation where right now, no action is action in and of itself, or just, it is what it is. Let's just keep moving. Let's keep moving. I think being cautious with someone or something is necessary. Like, if there's anything you're going through that's a little undefined, just let it be. Simple. Let's go in on that High Priestess. Let's see what's up with that High Priestess. Still good energy, though. That's the one thing I'm seeing here, like in the undercurrent. I'm still picking up okay vibes. Where's the High Priestess here? Thank you. Temperance. And you'll be rewarded for your patience. You'll be rewarded for your caution. So we have Temperance here in the upright underneath this High Priestess. This is extremely powerful alignment of strong, energetic, and angelic protection here. So I just want to put that out there for a lot of Scorpios. When we have the High Priestess, remember, matron of psychics, intuitives, tarot readers, then we have Archangel Michael here. There's a certain insulation. So just know in this time for a lot of Scorpios, there might be a very specific situation or even an individual that spirit is insulating you from, where it's like, okay, no, well, now's not the time. Now's not the time. We're going to protect you from this. I don't know why that's coming up. Now, Temperance, aside from the protection, is a card of patience. And when I see it underneath the High Priestess, if there is something where you don't know all the facts, don't know all the details, or there is confusion, don't worry. Like, you will get all the facts at some point. You will know what you need to know. But a big vibe I'm picking up here also is you will be rewarded for your caution. I don't know why that, I don't think I've ever gotten a message like this in a general. So, and you know, I'm part of Scorpio gang myself. I feel like we will be rewarded for our cautionary approach. Okay. So let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Very strong spiritual ties here as well. But let's go. Let's keep moving over to the Hermit. Then we'll do a quick little recap before we get into the shadow card. Let's see. Thank you. Yeah, so honestly, with a certain situation you're dealing with, you don't even really need to do anything in order to get the best result. Okay. And that is so unlike a lot of the messages I normally give people. Because listen, you know, I have Aries placements, I have fire placements, I got Scorpio placements. I'm all about taking action, making moves. I'm all about it. But there's something in this energy this week where it's like, listen, you're still going to get the good result, like if you just don't do anything. That's the most bizarre type of reading that I'm picking up this week. So maybe now is the time to just retract your energy, pull back and chill, and you might get the best result from doing that. Now, I will also say with the 10 wands in reverse, yeah, now is a time for regeneration, for healing, all that good stuff. But with all this mysterious energy and what I'm picking up here on the back end, it's like, okay, well, how can I win, or how can I be victorious if I'm not doing anything to earn it? It's like a surprising or unexpected win or victory. It's just showing up here. And it's not coming in fast, it's not coming in hot, and it's not like you have to do too much to get it. It's like just your inaction is an action in and of itself. So just take that for whatever it's worth, Scorpio. Like, you not doing nothing is actually doing something. So let's go through and do a quick recap. I know that might sound bizarre, so just maybe rewatch this later on during the week. You get to see me in my Bob Ross costume. But let's go through, then we'll do the recap before we get into the shadow card. If you kindly look in the box, position number 1, we have the 7 of Cups with the 6 of Wands in reverse. I did say for a portion of you, there's somebody being very cautious, whether you or somebody else, where it's like, oh, I don't want to mess it up, but I think that's the right move. An abundance of caution and just letting something be what it is. It's like, it is what it is. There's a time to act and there's a time to not. And we see it throughout the whole entire spread. It shows up time and time again. Into the center, we have the High Priestess with Temperance in the upright. There's a strong insulation and protection. I do feel like Spirit could be protecting you from a specific situation. Aside from that, again, your patience will be rewarded. On to the back end, and yeah, maybe with all the mystery, it's an unexpected reward of some sort. We have the Hermit with the 10 of Wands in reverse. You don't even really have to like go wild and do too much to get the positive result. And like I've been saying, your inaction or you not doing nothing is the action in and of itself. So like your lack of action with something or you just letting something be is going to spur it along to get the optimal result. I mean, that might go against logic, but that's just how it's showing up to me here. Again, we have these unexpected, surprising wins and victories and rewards, but there's not a lot of action. So do with that information what you will, my friends. Maybe it'll make more sense in a couple of days. But yeah, take a screenshot if you want to look into that further. Let's see what's in the shadows. Let's get it going. Shuffle it up one time here for Scorpio gang. And yeah, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing. So let's get you one. Oh, and yes, if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. They're the ones that helped me pick out my costumes this year. So let's get you one shadow card. What do we got for Scorpio games? There we go. Thank you. The Knight of Cups. All right, that's another one of our cards showing up here, my friends. The Knight of Cups is usually silky, smooth, easy flowing, easy going type of energy, and I do like it. Now, if you are connected to another water sign, their energy is still showing up connected to you in some form or fashion. But if that's not the case, it's another one of our power cards here. Now, the Knight of Cups is very chill, relaxed type of energy. So I feel like for some of you, this is Spirit saying like, hey, Scorpio, don't sweat it. Chill, relax. Everything will be okay. There's like a nice, soothing, calming energy that I'm picking up with this shadow card. Now, yes, the Knight of Cups does also have a shadow side of itself. Every single card does. But I'm picking up the more soothing, expressive side of this. Okay, and it's for one of us, since it's one of our power cards, it's really speaking about our self-confidence as well. So like knowing what you bring to the table, knowing who you are, being confident in yourself, but at the same time, you got nothing to worry about. I mean, I don't want to say nothing. I don't know what every Scorpio is going through, but this is very soothing to me. So I feel like that's what Spirit's doing here in the back end of this reading, telling you everything will be okay. So Scorpio, that's what I got for you this week, my beautiful friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the October subscriber surprise. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can check out my digital calendar for the month of October at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. But for the October subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of one of my favorite decks, the Tarot of the Owls. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. Second, let me know down in the comments, hypothetically, if you had to get a tattoo of a tarot card, which one would you choose and why? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love. I'll see you again soon.